Good evening, race fans. Good evening, world. It's Marky B here, aka the Scruffy Top, welcoming you along to GenX Racing once again. And tonight, it's our Group 4 90-mile challenge, Season 11, Round 4. And we are at Watkins Glen in New York State, in the good old US of A. Just me this evening, I'm afraid, as my usual commentating pal Spiffy isn't feeling too good, so wish you a speedy recovery, Spiffy, and yeah, no doubt you'll be hurling abuse at me later on in the stream. So we'll look forward to that immensely. So I've just completely looked at the wrong thing. 2-6. So we, as I say, we're at Watkins Glen full tonight, 27 laps. The required tyres are racing softs, mediums and hards. The time is the afternoon, it's overcast, so CO4, cloudy setting, time dilation is 1, so real time, and the minimum tyre stint is 5 laps, so you must do at least 5 laps on all of the required tyres, but I don't think that's going to be an issue, because in the practice I did, oh man, I was in the Mustang and the Supra, and they absolutely rinsed us through the soft tyres in about 5 laps, so we shouldn't have any problem with that at all. So, racing tonight, we have, and we're just sort of coming up towards the end of quali now, and we have Iceman in the Iced Ham, in the Mercedes AMG Group 4, currently on a 153.4. Dan East in second in the Suzuki Swift. Johnny Mack is in third in the, Toyota 86. Great car, but a bit of a handful. Currently in third place. Darlow Boy in the Mustang. 154.6, currently in fourth. Excellent work, my friend, with his magnificent Frank Sinatra livery on, especially for Spiffy G there. We have MacGyver in the Fezzer, Spoon in the McLaren, Murcielago in the Alpha, which should be interesting on tyres, Devlin in the Lamborghini Huracan, Kobayashi Maru ninth at the moment in the GTR, and Ginger in the GTR, so the GTRs not faring so well around the Glen this evening. Okay, so see Dan has just popped into a 0.15 lead over Iced Ham. And he's up on his best lap again. That thing fizzing and popping as it comes around. Excellent work. Such a tiny little car, that Suzuki Swift. That looks like a roller skate. Yeah, just coming up to a minute left of quali. Looks like Dan's met the barrier once or twice. Staying at the front of his car there. How very un-Dan-like. Okay, 0.054 up on his best lap. Spoon's just put in his best lap, 154.5. Excellent work. Just follow down round the last 2 corners now. And Kobayashi Maru just put in 155.2. So Dan wasn't able to improve. See if Iced Ham is faring any better. It was only 18 thousandths of a second ahead of Johnny Mackers now. I seem to remember that Toyota was really quick around this track, but one hell of a handful. Ooh, Iced Ham is 0.299 up on his best lap so far. So if he gets round the rest of it, he will take pole position. Is Dan going again? Yes, he is. Okay. Johnny's in the pits. Okay. Devlin has just put in his best, 154.4. Good work, Devlin. Spoon looks like he's had enough. Dale boy down to 6th now, fighting the good fight in his McLaren. Lovely McLaren, should I say. Here comes Ice Town coming up to it. Oh, so he dropped a bit of time there. He was 0.3 up, so yeah, dropped about a quarter of a second in the last bit of the lap. Dan, see if Dan is doing any good. Should be a time check just after this corner. Yeah, he's up. Just coming up to the line. Oh, just outside his best. Okay, good work, lads. Let's see who else. Have we got anyone else still going? Ice Tam, no. Devlin, no. Dale boy. Start spreading the news. Nope. Hey, Wayashi Maru and Ginger Ninja. Really, those Nissan GTRs seem to have been completely nerfed. They used to be absolutely the go-to car, and it's actually the reason why we introduced only allowing 2 drivers to drive the same car, because it was so dominant. Every sod wanted to drive it, but looks like it's, yes, as I say, been nerfed by the bop gods, and is now a shadow of its former self. So there we go. So, yes, I'll run through the, when the guys are back at the pits, I'll run through the starting lineup for this evening. Chat is open, so if you fancy conversing, hurling abuse, etc., we equal both, we respect both equally, so please do get in touch and say hello. Okay, so here we have our starting grid for this evening. On pole, it's Dan East in the Suzuki Swift with a 153.2. Great lap, Dan. Well done. In second, Ice Tam in the Mercedes. Good evening, Justin. Hello. It's Ice Tam in the Mercedes SLS AMG, a 153.3. Johnny Mackers in third. Look at that, a UK 1-2-3 there on the starting grid, just like the British Grand Prix the other week. Johnny Mackers in the Toyota 86, 153.4. I mean, they're all great times, guys. They're absolutely superb. Well done. Then a Belgian 4.5. It's Devlin in fourth, and the Lamborghini Huracan at 154.4. Spoon in the McLaren, also on a 154.4. It's Battle of the Belgians again this week. Excellent stuff. Dale boy just slightly behind them in the Mustang in sixth, 154.6. MacGyver just a little bit behind Dale boy in seventh in the Fezzer 458, 154.6. Murcielago in the Alpha, 155.1 in eighth. And then to bring up the rear, the 2 Nissan GTRs, Kobayashi Maru, 155.5, and Ginger looks like he's really struggling, 157.0. So we'll have to see how if they can improve their race pace. So there we have it, 27 laps, just waiting for the race to kick off now. And if I do go quiet, it's because I'm answering chat and doing all sorts of things which Spiffy generally does. So yeah, none of the fancy stuff tonight, I'm afraid. It's just me, and yes, we'll muddle through as best we can. Good evening, Johnny Mackers. Whilst we're waiting for the race to start, I'd just like to say congratulations to Team Generation X, who we're having a team versus team race, which you may well have seen on Friday. Unfortunately, I couldn't get back from London in time to participate, but Ginger Ninja stepped in. Good evening, Willie, Ice Ham. And yes, the boys did a fantastic job, and we won the first race of 2 with a healthy 85-point lead, I think. So well done, Team Generation X. The next one's in a couple of weeks, I think. Ginger Ninja, hello. Okay. Okay, so it's full start check, hands, fingers on the handbrakes, boys. Good evening, Darcy and Frankie, if you're watching. Good Lord, look at that start from Ice Tab. Good grief. Yes, so good evening, Darcy and Frankie. Children, I believe, of Ginger Ninja. Excellent work. Welcome aboard. I'll try and keep my language at a suitable level. Be easier this week because Spiffy G's not here. So anyway, so Iceman absolutely flew off the line there. Started on the racing softs. Murcielago's had an unbelievable start, although you'd expect that in the Alpha, the four-wheel drive Alpha. Softs was down on down, started on hards. Okay, so no need to panic just yet. Through the bus stop for the first time. Everyone behaving themselves just about. Yep. Okay, good. Darley boy on. Oh, Darley boy's up into 3rd on the hards as well. That's good work there. Whoa! No! Yeah, Dan and Darley boy had a bit of a coming together there. I see Dan dropping back through the field. I think Johnny Max looked like he might have had something to do with it as well, because he's not exactly going full tilt. Okay, I'll have to watch that back. No replays this evening, I'm afraid, because I don't have a proper keyboard and don't know the shortcuts. So Darley boy's desperately trying to catch up. This is absolutely knackering Dan's race at the moment. Well, dare say it didn't do too much for Darley boys, to be frank. And I'm quite sure what happened, because Johnny Mackers is hanging back too. Okay, well, let's let this lot sort themselves out and get back up to Iced Ham, who is stretching his lead out to 2 seconds now. I think the key thing for Murcielago will be how long he can make the tyres last. We've got MacGyver up into 3rd, Kobayashi Maru up into 4th. What a start this is! Absolutely unbelievable stuff. So Matt MacGyver is on mediums. Kobayashi Maru starting on softs. Interesting. Devlin in the Lambo is on softs. Okay. Ooh, it's too wide coming through the bus stop. That is not optimal. Spoon taking a great line through the bus stop there. Crikey, right up the chuff of Devlin. Excellent work. It seems to be the way the race is on track at the moment. Although, let's check back with the boys at the back. Johnny Mackers is now last. I think he's let Dan and Darlow boy through. I can only assume he thought he had something to do with the fracas when Darlow boy spun, but gonna have to watch the replay on that one and see who did what to who, because it's just done for these three in terms of the race now, I think. Johnny and Dan are 21 seconds behind the lead. And I know they're quick, but Ice Tam ain't going to be giving that up. That's, it's over about a second a lap they're going to have to catch up. So I just don't see that happening. So They did the right thing though, excellent stuff. Clean, fair racing and ultimate sportsmanship is about what this league's about, so well done, chaps. If you do muck up, and you will muck up, hold your hand up to it and yeah, give the place back. Right, Johnny Mack is using the toe from Darley Boy. Dad's got the inside line and Darley Boy's going. He gave them both the place back there, I think. Just let him go. That Salika is fast. But a bit of a handle. Here he comes, throwing it up the inside. Look at that! This absolutely breezes past him. Wonderful stuff from Johnny Mathers, who is off to Tenerife tomorrow, I believe, with the family in tow. So that should be good. That should be good. You complete swine. Johnny's pulling out now. Let's have a look. What's he on? Oh, so he's on soft, so that is completely to be expected. Okay, so Ginger Ninja is keeping up to the back of Spoon, but look at his tyres already. He's on his 4th lap, and his fronts are absolutely rinsed already. Wowzers. Knocking the barrier isn't going to help. Okay, Spoon's tyres he's on the mediums, looking good. Devlin's looking really well, a lot better than Ginger Ninja on his softs at the moment. I seem to remember that the GTR really rinsed through his tyres, where were we? Lago Maggiore last time, so yeah. Devlin doing a good job. Kobayashi Maru's, yeah, pretty much the same as Ginger Ninja there, both in the same car, so you kind of expect that. MacGyver in a beautifully understated livery on his Ferrari with his now traditional brass knuckles decal on the back. Never really got to the bottom of what that's all about. I'm sure there's a spectacular reason for it. So Will Ice Tam is putting away very nicely. Maybe 7 seconds ahead of Murcielago now. His tyres doing okay. Softs, not too bad. Probably got another, I think 4 or 5 at least on those. Murcielago, who should actually be one of these guys who tests tyres to destruction for like Pirelli or Michelin, is nearly through his front left already. So I think maybe one more, 2 maybe at a push. Time's dropping off as well. MacGyver's hauling him back in, and MacGyver's on the harder compound as well. Excellent stuff. Look, Ice Tam's pulled out 8.5 now. Wow. Okay, so MacGyver's sort of consolidating himself in 3rd place. Devlin now up into 4th. Kobayashi Maru dropping back. Look at the state of his front left tyre. So if you look towards the bottom left-hand side of the screen, for those of you who are new to GT7, Gran Turismo 7, there's a little sort of plan of a car, and you can see the tyres either side, and that front left being bright red is not a good thing. So I suspect Justin will be pitting for new boots. See how Simon's doing. Yeah, he's exactly the same. Johnny Macker's doing pretty good on his softs. Wow, look at that. So Darcy and Frankie, you might want to give a big shout out to your dad. Give him lots of encouragement, because he looks like he needs it at the moment. That car's not performing for him tonight at all. And is chewing through his tyres like I don't know what. Probably, I imagine, how Frankie and Darcy chew through ice cream. But indeed, Ginger Ninja is into the pits for his first stop. Dan is in off the hards. Wow, that's an early one. Okay. So, Dolly boy stays out on his hards. Yeah, I think I managed 5 laps in the Mustang before the front left was gone, so he might be out on the hards a while. Johnny Mac is doing, yeah, great on tyres, pretty good on fuel. Spoon doing a good job, although he will be out for a while. MacGyver's gone wide and let Devlin hurl up the inside in his Lamborghini. Battle of the Italian supercars for 3rd and 4th at the moment, and Belgium versus Canada in the driver stakes. Lovely stuff from these two. Funny one from MacGyver, because his tyres are fine. That is quite what happened there. But, Devlin said thank you very much, and on through he goes. Okay, so Murcielago stayed out a lap longer than I expected. Ice Tam, now 19 seconds ahead of second place, which is currently Devlin. Still doing okay on his tyres. I think there'll probably be another couple of laps left in them, which will be a mighty impressive stint on the softs. About the same as Devlin. MacGyver on his medium, so still have the soft to go. Johnny Mackers now has Spoon for company. See if Spoon can do anything with the toe. No, he's just lifted off the throttle there. McLaren's a bit of an odd car. You have to really short shift, so you get to about half. It's about half revs, and then change. That's where the power band is, which is kind of odd. But, there we go. I'm sure if you own a McLaren 620S, you don't have to do that. Seems odd things you have to in the game, but never mind. So our leader marching on to complete another lap, although he is 1.2 seconds down on his fastest, so you might want to think about well, I think he's going to have to stop the end of this lap if he wants to turn right at all, because his front left will be absolute toast. So he's putting out the lead. He's still doing very well. Devlin will be pitting at the end of this lap as well, I suspect. MacGyver definitely not. So MacGyver will be picking up the lead of this race. It's probably about a 30-35 second pit stop, depending on how much fuel you're putting in. So, yeah, MacGyver will be sailing through into the lead. And I imagine he'll probably go hard, do the minimum 5 stint on the hard, and then do the rest on softs. So he will be in a great position at the end of the race to take some places back on the guys who have done the reverse strategy, so softs first and finishing on hard. Epic stuff from MacGyver. So nice time. Right, let's see who we've got racing. And this is it. 4 in a row here at the moment. 4 on the same piece of track. Seems to be the closest race on track at the moment. Johnny's still out on his softs, doing a great job on those. So Iced Ham is into the pits. So these guys just coming round. Whoa, Johnny Baxter's gone wide there, so that will be a penalty for sure. Devlin is in, and MacGyver goes sailing through. Is he going to get out in front, in fact? Yes! Okay. Got a little bit confused because it was showing Iced Ham as having filled up quite some time ago. So I thought he was going to be going through. But good work from the guy over there. Spoon now up into second. Both running mediums and both pretty identical on fuel and tyres. With Iced Ham now out on his medium, so we'll be finishing on the hard compound, which of course everyone loves, because yes, like blocks of marble, frankly, they're terrible. But yeah, great first stint from MacGyver and Spoon. I think we'll be going probably till maybe the end of lap 11 or 12 before they pit. Perilously close to half race distance, so they'll no doubt be doing the absolute minimum on hards and then out to finish on the softs. Which, given their first stint, looks like they should just about squeak that. So good stuff from these guys, and they'll be finishing fast. Excellent stuff. And good evening to the MacGyvers in Ontario, if you are watching this evening. Iced Ham out on fresh boots and is pulling Spoon in. Under 4 seconds now. Darlow boy still out on his hards. Yeah, I thought this might be the case. He's doing a great job, to be fair, to still be up in 4th. But that Mustang really rinses through the front tyres like no one's business. As I said in the practice I did earlier, 5 laps. That's all I got out of it. But I dare say Darlow boys a better driver than I am, so we'll be looking after them a bit better. But we shall see in the fullness of time. So Devlin and Murcielago now going at it. Devlin's out on his hards, Murcielago's on the mediums. So we'll be finishing on the hards. Battle of the four-wheel drives for 5th and 6th. It's Austria versus Belgium. And Murcielago sends it up the inside and through he goes into 5th. Devlin's not giving up. Murcielago just pulling away slightly. So Dan is now on his softs. Okay, so he's done. Yeah, so he did the minimum on his hard for his first stint. So this is lap 6 for him on softs. Seems to be managing them quite well because usually the front wheel drive cars are terrible on tyres, but seems to be doing a grand job so far. Probably trying to get to, I would think, 14 or that 14 or 15. Johnny Max is putting the fastest lap of the race at 1:53.4. Behind Dan. Good evening, esports team manager. Just going quiet again because I can't honestly do two things at once. Epic stuff. So Johnny is pulling it slightly, but he's on the medium. Dan's on the softs. Okay, right. But that Celica is quick. Something of a handful. So we've still got the two GTRs bringing up the rear. And MacGyver's in. And Iceman regains first, but we'll be finishing on the hards. Although probably won't be doing many laps on those at all. MacGyver I assume is yes, okay, so he's fresh boots, he's out on the hards for I suspect the minimum stint. Whoop. Nearly visited the barrier there on his exit, but comes out in 8th just behind Johnny Mackers on a harder compound, so I wouldn't expect him to necessarily be making much progress given that car so quick, but we will see. That's it. MacGyver and Spoon, I think, will be finishing on softs. Johnny Mackers will be finishing on hards. So yeah, it's a mix of strategies here, so this could all come together beautifully at the end. Dan's kind of 2.5 behind Devlin, 2.5 ahead of Johnny Mackers. Devlin's not giving up the ghost on the, giving up the fight, getting back past Murcielago. This is brilliant stuff from Devlin. Second behind, and he's on hards as well. And Murcielago's on the medium, so this is great stuff. Now, I suspect Murcielago will be pitting in a few laps' time to put on the hard compounds for a very long last stint, unless he 3 stops, of course. We shall find out. Darley Boy up into 3rd, but is now on vapour. Epic stuff from Darley Boy. Great first stint, mate. Beautifully kept within the line there, so you shouldn't get a penalty. Well done. Let's see what he goes on to. And Spoon is in as well. So MacGyver now up into 6th with the guys in front of him pitting. I suspect will not be out on the hards for very long. Is that Johnny? Absolutely sending that Salika, drifting it round that long right-hander there, which I'm fairly sure won't do his tyres that much good. No, Murcielago has a penalty. That gives Dan and Devlin the opportunity to overtake down into the right-hander. Let's see where Murcielago picked up their penalty there. So Devlin currently in 2nd. Dan up into 3rd. Dan stopping? Yes, he is. Okay. So Dan's softs are spent. And he's in for what he hopes will be his last stop of the race. Let's see. Okay. Dan will be coming out on mediums. Kobayashi Maru up into 7th with still going on his hards. Wow. Okay. Where's Ginger Ninja? Crikey, sorry, Simon. Now out on his medium tyres. I'm sure Darcy and Frankie are going mental in the lounge at the moment, cheering Dad on. Wonderful Godzilla and Manchester United livery. I didn't think Yorkshiremen were allowed to support Manchester United. I thought that was virtually illegal. But he seems to get away with it. So anyway, I know he's very passionate about it as well. So good man. And with his Godzilla livery, lovely stuff, Simon. Well done. Dan now out on his mediums for what he hopes is going to be his last stint. Whereas just that first, the issue with Darlow Boy and Johnny Mackers has just completely scuppered his race one a little bit. So he did exactly the right thing, but I'll have to ask them in the chat afterwards exactly what happened, because I could see there was a bit of something going on, but Johnny Mackers stayed back as well, so absolutely clueless until I see the replay. But everyone did the right thing, but didn't do Dan, Johnny or Darlow Boy's races any good whatsoever. Kobayashi Maru in 8th, now with Dan breathing down his neck. Ooh, okay. Kobayashi Maru shut the door there, firmly in Dan's face. Too wide through the bus stop. Again, not optimal, but they pulled it off. Well done, lads. Excellent stuff. Let's have a peek up towards the front. Spoon, okay, has a second penalty, which I don't think is going to cause him any massive issues, but it's going to make him drop a bit further behind MacGyver. Now in 5th, but with his soft stint to go. So I'm thinking maybe between 8 and 10 laps the Ferrari will be able to do on the soft tyres, so 3 or 4 laps time he will be pitting his last, and Murcielago is in. Christ, it's gone through those tyres as well. Bloody hell, okay. Devlin is in for his final stop. Putting in quite a lot of fuel, okay. Darlow Boy goes up into 5th, Dan up into 6th. These guys, well, Dan doesn't have to stop again, Darlow Boy does. Or does he? No, he doesn't. Okay, he does actually. I think he's got to put his softs on, but that won't be for some time. The softs do not last on that car at all. Darlow Boy holding Dan off at the moment, both on the same tyre. And Spoon, with his soft compounds to go, must be feeling pretty good about life at the moment. I think him and Matt are on the same strategy, so we'll both be finishing up on the soft compounds. Johnny Mackers is going to be finishing on the hards, and so is Iced Ham. So quite a long way ahead, but I wouldn't like to call it currently because the soft tyres are much quicker. Iced Ham currently having a rather lovely drive on his own at the moment, pootling around the track, no real pressure, racing mediums, 155s, lovely stuff, not a care in the world. Johnny Mackers in second, who is no doubt waiting to finish so he can iron his budgie smugglers before his trip to Tenerife. God, I want to go on holiday. Hopefully Greece in September, so that'll be nice. Yeah, have a lovely holiday, Johnny. Don't send us any pictures of you and your budgie smugglers, for Christ's sake. So, MacGyver up into 3rd. Looks like there's something of a race going on behind. Indeed there is. We've got Darlow Boy, Spoon and Dan all line astern. Darlow Boy and Spoon have to stop. Dan does not. He's on his last stint and he's coming up the inside of Spoon into turn 1. Spoon goes wide. Is he going to try a slingshot and get back in the slipstream? Lovely stuff from these three. Darlow Boy didn't stop that long ago. Look at how bad his tyres are already. That Mustang's, it used to be brilliant. I used to drive the Group 4 Mustang a lot. And it was, you could short shift, it wasn't bad on tyres. Now it's awful. It's a crying shame, frankly. Darlow Boy's doing a great job here. I mean, okay, Johnny Mackers is into the pits for his final stop. Oh dear, Darlow Boy's gone wide there, so that will be a penalty. Is he going into the pits? No, he's not. Okay. So Darlow Boy and Spoon both have penalties. And still have to stop. So down, up into third. MacGyver still has to pit for his softs, which I'm assuming he's going to do maybe the end of this lap. Ferrari's generally pretty good on fuel and tyres, so I would have thought he'd be able to do 8 or 9 at least on the soft compound, but we shall see. Ice Tab, nearly 40 seconds ahead of MacGyver now. It's almost a bit from Ice Tab this evening. Oh dearie me. Just a lovely drive. I think I can't say if the incident on lap 1 helped or hindered, or to what extent it helped and hindered Johnny Mackers and Dan and Darlow Boy, but it certainly did. They were absolute country mile behind, so yeah, but that's absolutely nothing to do with Ice Tam. He's been absolutely superb this evening. Will be coming in for his hards at some point. I would guess the end of lap 22 if he can get him round that long. If not, maybe the end of the 21. But he's got a 40-second lead, so he might as well pit now. To be fair, it's not going to make much difference. He'll be well, hang on, how far is Dad? So Dad's 48. Okay. Maybe it's not all done yet. 48 seconds, about a 35-40 second pit delta. Dan's on a faster compound. Okay. This ain't over yet. Darlow Boy will be out on softs as well. Johnny Mackers now on the hards. Devlin on his mediums. Murcielago on hards. His lap times have dropped right off to 1:57s. And Spoon is coming out on his soft compound. And will be chasing Murcielago, who is now on the hard compounds. So let's see. Darlow Boy should be stopping shortly. But again, maybe he'll only go for 5 on the softs. And 48.5. So Ice Tam is in. Okay. MacGyver stays out. Stays out. He's halfway behind on track. So that was a bit of a misnomer there. I do apologise. So it will be interesting to see. MacGyver's probably got enough fuel for one more lap. Yep, staying out for sure. So when this all oh no, MacGyver's gone in. God, was he going to get a penalty for that? He was right over the line. Okay. So let's have a look when the time normalises. Okay, so the time's still thinking about it. So 22 seconds, so in 6 laps I think you're okay, Will. It's one of those rare occasions where I won't be firing up Ride of the Valkyries for that imminent charge through the field, because I think that's going to happen, frankly. Darlow Boy in 3rd will be stopping for his soft tyres. Maybe he's going to squeak another lap out of this. So that was a pretty quick stop from Ice Tam there. Pretty quick stop. Wondering where realistically Darlow Boy is going to come out. So if he doesn't stop a stop as quick as Will did, which he may well be able to do, he might be able to get out in front of Demi. Certainly going to be close. He's definitely going to be racing for the remainder of his race, but on softer compounds this time, so he will have the upper hand. Unless it's MacGyver on Spoon that he's racing against. And the GTR's still bringing up the rear. How the mighty have fallen, and as I was saying earlier, it used to be the go-to Group 4 car, and it was the reason we implemented only 2 drivers in the same car in the league. But it appears to be absolutely nerfed by the bop gods. So yeah, thank you PD for that. Simon and Justin are thanking you greatly for completely knackering their races this evening. So, Ice Tam still 21 ahead. Yeah, looking good. 5 laps to go after this one. Dan East halfway through his mediums. That's probably about right. Darlow Boy in 3rd, but will be pitting at the end of this lap. Driven a great race tonight. I think Darlow Boy really has, with that fracas he had on lap 1 or 2 or whatever it was, now into the pits. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes out. Christ, that car got there quickly. Okay. I thought this was quite a long pit stop, but it's clearly not. Okay, so he's currently down to 4th. MacGyver's going past. And Devlin. Is he going to get out in front of Spoon? It's going to be close. Just about. Bloody hell, that was close. Okay. Spoon's in the toe. His tyres are warmed up. Oh, he stuck his nose in there, got half on the grass, and then, wow, okay. Well held, Spoon. Beautiful burbling Mustang. Flying through the bus stop chicane on his lovely new soft boots. But he'll have eyes on Murcielago now. Eyes down, 21 seconds, we're pretty much maintaining that, so coasting in from here, I suspect, Will. And Dan, who's, well, this is interesting, because after the fracas between himself, Johnny Mackers and Darley Boy, he was 21.5 seconds off the lead on lap 2, and he's now 21 seconds behind the lead, so I think that's, we were kind of, because of that mess at the start, we've been denied a cracking race here this evening for the win. So, hey, headset out of my controller there. Yeah, stuff happens. So there we go. Johnny's out the hard, so he's put in some decent times, 1:56.1. Guyver will be hunting him down. Will be desperate to get a podium. Great drive from Matt tonight. Slightly, but I think that Salika's just so fast in a straight line, it's ridiculous. Catching him up in the corners, but 2 long straights. Mackers is away. The guy was definitely head down, going for this completely. Devlin just coming round the penultimate corner. Set very nicely. Lots of tyre squeal. Which means he's spreading rubber onto the track like butter onto bread. MacGyver slowly pulling away from Devlin. Look at these boys, so Darley boys still fighting the good fight. Murcielago struggling a bit on the hard compound. Darley boy is away. kind of pulling in on Devlin now, so he'll be absolutely thrown his rear view mirror out the window. Not interested in what's behind him, only in what is a growing Lamborghini Huracan in his through his front windscreen. He's got a realistic chance of catching MacGyver, but could be a top 5 for Darley Boy, which I assume he'll take gratefully. To be honest, I think he'll take 6th after the start he had, but oh, let's have a look. Spoons. Yeah, pulling up on Murcielago, yeah. Whoa! Absolutely the worst time to use cockpit cam there, because the outside view would have been epic. Sorry about that, viewer. Yeah, Murcielago really struggling now. I think he's going to get a penalty for that as well. Yeah, 1 second. Ouch. Okay. Darley Boy, only 1.4 behind Devlin now. Bloody hell. Okay, great stuff. I'll just check ahead. Yeah. Okay, nothing doing with the top 3 really. Pootling around on their own races. Coasting to their podium finishes. MacGyver sadly doesn't look like he's going to be able to put a dent in Johnny Macca's lead. Lap 26 out of 27. Here we go, oh God. Marky B, for God's sake. Devlin's tyres are gone, and Darley Boy has really... He was 5 seconds behind a lap or so ago, so he's really done an excellent job of getting that Mustang up to speed and chasing down Devlin and past him. Absolutely superb stuff. Well done, my friends. Big him up and then he goes wide onto the grass. But don't forget you got dirty tyres, Andy. Okay, lovely stuff. Okay, leaders now on the final lap, and Will's picked up a penalty. I think it would have to be a sort of 25-second penalty to make any difference to the outcome of this race. Like he's got just enough fuel to squeak it round. Yeah, Dan's fronts are done and has a penalty also. Johnny Mac is just coming up on the back of Ginger Ninja, who will be having blue flags vigorously waved at him. So, Ice Tam comes round the third from last corner. The penultimate corner. And into the final turn before the sprint down to the start-finish line. And a victory from our boy from the Cotswolds. Well done, Will. Great race, mate. Great spin. Fantastic. Thank you for that. We love a bit of that. And Dan, who will yes, be finishing pretty much exactly the amount of time behind that his fracas on lap 1 or 2 cost him. So no doubt be very pleased with that. But second place is second place. Well done, Dan. Good stuff. And Johnny Mackers coming up for third. Lovely stuff. Absolutely pins it into. Big cheer from Frankie and Darcy there for Dad binning it into the barrier. Lovely stuff. Here comes Darley Boy. Sedately across the line into a beautiful 5th place, frankly. And here we've got Devlin and Spoon. Battle of the Belgians again. absolutely fantastic stuff. Murcielago cannot wait to get shot of his Alpha 155. So Ginger Ninja finished, and Kobayashi Maru is just giving us a bit of a drift tonight. Justin, you're not racing, so fill your boots. There we go, lovely. Good stuff, Justin. Yeah. Night, Darcy and Frankie. I think Daddy did the best he could given his equipment this evening. So yeah, okay, Justin, that's probably enough of that. People have got homes to go to and all that. Yes, God. Oh dear. Trust me to open my big mouth. You might get timed out at this rate. I don't know if you've ever seen a car explode on Gran Turismo 7 before, but this could well be the first time. Lovely stuff. Good work, Justin. Well done, my friend. Well done. Right. So there we go. There we go. There's our. Let's look at our. Thank you, Justin. I could tell that. Yes, lovely stuff, lovely stuff. So, our final standings for this evening's Generation X 90-mile challenge, Season 11, Round 4 at Watkins Glen in New York State in the good old US of A. In first place, Ice Tam in his Mercedes, the best lap of 153.6. Well done, Will. In second place, Dan East in the Suzuki Swift, best lap of 153.8. Johnny Mackers in third in the Celica 86, with the fastest lap of the race at 153.4. MacGyver in fourth in the Fezzer, best lap of 153.8. Darlow Boy in fifth, great drive tonight, mate. Best lap of 153.6.7, which is the second fastest lap of the evening. Well done, my friend. Well done. And this is turning into a weekly event now. The Battle of the Belgians. Got Spoon in sixth in the McLaren. Best lap of 154.1. And Devlin in seventh in the Lamborghini Huracan. Best lap of 155.4. Well done, chaps. Again, Murcielago, who is not loving life in the Alpha, frankly. Best lap of 155.2. And in eighth. And then we have the probably the most dismal car on track this evening, which is the Nissan GTR. So the same, it's a bit of a turnaround from a year or so ago when it was absolutely dominant. It's the Nissan GTRs. We've got Kobayashi Maru in ninth, best lap of 156.5, and Ginger Ninja in 10th with a 156.2, being cheered on by Darcy and Frankie all evening, and we were off to bed now, I understand. So night, girls. Right, so I will just see who's about for a chat. I think that's right. There we go. Okay, decent bunch. Well, look at it, fabulous. Here we go. Anonymous player.
Yeah.
Hello.
In the lap, though.
Oh no, I'll watch it in a minute.
Good evening. Good evening.
Evening.
Well,
I...
sorry, go on. You were going to say, Will?
Oh, I was just saying to Dan, I did 8 on the soft.
Eight. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. So there's stuff to talk about, clearly, but Ice Tam, you must be very happy with that dominant performance this evening.
Do I at least get an Iceman after a win? Come on.
All right.
You just can't bring yourself to say it, can you?
All right, Iceman. Well done.
It does sound quite cringeworthy now you said that.
Yeah, it kills me. I die a little bit every time I say it, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, it's your fault.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, let's park that nonsense. How did it go? Look like you had it in the bag, really?
It was pretty, yeah, it was pretty smooth sailing. Dan's start obviously kills his start.
Yeah.
Mercedes seems to have a really good start. Other than Reinhardt, seemed to have the best start, I think. And then it didn't really have any battles, so it meant I could just focus on my race, not crashing. Got a couple of penalties, but nothing major. So yeah.
It almost looked a bit boring. Would that?
Yeah. I wouldn't say boring. It turned into a bit of a time trial. I just said to a couple of guys in the chat, I'm just waiting for Dan to appear in the mirrors.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was waiting for it.
Okay.
Inevitable.
Yeah, I don't think that was going to happen tonight. We'll talk to Dan about that in a sec. But congratulations, mate! Great, really dominating win, and well done, Iceman.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Exactly right. So Dan.
Hello.
Hi. There was something of a fracas between yourself, Johnny Mackers, and Darlow Boy at the beginning, which I couldn't really work out, and it pretty much screwed all your races, really.
Yeah, it did. It completely ruined it. Yeah, it was all John's fault. Let's get that out there now.
Excellent.
I mean, basically,
I'm watching
I don't know
it now.
quite what happened, but he outbraked himself or something. I'm not sure what it was, but straight into the back of me quite hard, which pushed me into Andrew. And I mean, he ended up pointing the wrong direction, so he came out of it really bad.
Yeah.
And although I was sort of almost an innocent party, I didn't really feel great about disappearing and leaving him there like that. So although I carried on quite slowly and let him catch back up. And John did the same, but it meant that we lost sort of, I don't know how much time we lost in that. It was
22 and a half seconds.
Okay, well,
that's exactly how much it was. So
and Will won it by 24, so it would have been close by the end. Possibly, but yeah, it is what it is. These things happen. So I feel more sorry for Andrew really, because he's actually, I'm only doing these. I've missed a couple. I'm not really in it for the championship or anything. I'm just doing it for fun. But he's collecting the points, and things like that kind of ruin it. So I feel really sorry for him. But
he did.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job covering it, which I'll talk to him about in a minute. I think the second fastest lap of the race as well. So in the Mustang, which is pretty damn good. So
nicely done.
Indeed. So Dan, congratulations on your second, sir.
Cheers. Thanks. Well done, Will.
Indeed.
Thank you. I just watched the incident. That's a savage. You basically had to drive a whole lap.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Oh dear.
Bloody Maccas.
So,
no wonder he left the chat. No wonder he's gone on holiday.
And to say, I think he's
off to Tenerife now.
He's nipped off to iron his budgie smugglers before his trip tomorrow. So MacGyver, good evening. Good evening, Matt. Calling Ontario. You're on mute.
Here, I accidentally pushed the button on my controller. Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, good stuff. How you doing, mate? It seems like it's been a while since we've had a chat.
Yeah, it has been a while. Yeah.
So,
How are you, mate?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. So, pretty decent race tonight, I thought.
Yeah, it went not bad. Me and Devlin had a little bus stop incident that knocked a few seconds off. But
Okay.
That it was pretty good. It was a good battle. It was all good. I don't think it was really anybody's fault.
Yeah, we saw that a couple of times through the bus stop tonight, going through sort of too wide, which is sort of suboptimal, really. But as long as you got around, that's okay.
Yeah, he got a fantastic run on me on the straight in the Lambo and got up along the left side, and I had the inside line on entry.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept some speed, and then I tried to cut out earlier to the left of him, and he was coming across at a pretty sharp angle, so just kind of caught my back quarter and really unsettled me, sent me off a bit. But
okay.
Just racing incident. It was good racing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, good race. It was a good race.
Good stuff. Well, congratulations
Congrats,
on your fourth. Yes, indeed. Good
Thanks,
stuff.
Matt.
Well done, MacGyver. And Darlow Boy.
Hello.
Our host with the most. You must have been thrilled to bits after lap 1 or whatever it was. But you put on a remarkable, you put on a remarkable showing after that. So pleasing, I imagine, with a massive stint on hards as well. Let's face it.
Oh yeah. I mean, the car itself around this track for some reason, I think it's a long straight. It's got quite a good pickup. It's not too bad, to be honest with you. But when you're on the hard, it's not the greatest car to be driving, to be honest with you.
No, well, I did a little bit of practice in the Mustang, and I had five laps on softs, and they were gone. Absolutely gone. Yeah. So, yeah, I feel your pain. But great drive, mate. I mean, obviously, Johnny, the wreaker of all the havoc this evening, isn't here to defend himself or say sorry in person. But, you know, Dan and... I don't think Dan, given that he was a fairly innocent bystander, needed to do what he did. But Johnny certainly did. And they gave the place back. So one of those things, isn't it, really?
Thank you very much to both of them, to be honest with you. It's very sportsman of them, so...
Yeah.
You know, it's what this group's all about, is that sort of thing. So thank you very much, guys.
Oh, exactly. Couldn't leave you there like that.
Indeed.
We'll send it on John next time.
Yeah.
And I would just like to say thank you very much for that incident, because I got up to third place on the inside. It was gorgeous, man. Like I got 8 spots.
You're welcome.
Good stuff. So we'll be plotting.
Well, I'm glad my pain gave you pleasure.
We got to look on the bright side of things, don't we? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so. Good stuff. Well done, Darlow Boy. Great race, mate. I'll be having some deliberations about driver of the day, and I will notify everyone in due course. But look, great race tonight, guys. Congratulations to Iceman, Dan East, and Johnny the Hellbringer Mackers for their podium finishes this evening. I hope you have a great, week in Tenerife, Johnny. Good stuff. Well done to everyone, really. And if you've watched it live this evening, thank you ever so much. Do give us a like and subscribe. We're back up to 101 subscribers, which is epic. If you're watching on replay, obviously do give us a like and subscribe if you're able, because it really helps the visibility of our league. And I'm just going to have a quick... Is that Ginger Ninja who has just jumped in?
Yeah, I've just put kids to bed.
How are Frankie and Darcy? Did they enjoy their mention?
Yeah, they were buzzing.
Excellent stuff. Struggling a little, but that car's an absolute nightmare, isn't it?
Tyres are horrendous.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened on first lap, but that killed me and all.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm not even asked about looking at replay. It was a fucking shit show.
Are we talking about the Johnny Mackers incident? How it's being referred to?
I don't know who it was. I don't know.
Okay.
Came down hill, turned down corner, and there was just a fucking gang of cars just stopped up middle of the road.
Yeah,
I thought it was some sort of fucking just stop oil protest.
Yes, that's what it was. Johnny Mackers was throwing orange dust everywhere. That's what it was. So, I guess you'll be glad to see the back of that car.
Yeah, only 2 left.
Only 2 left. Indeed. So they're nice straight tracks, deep forest and spa. So lovely.
Yeah, well done, Will. And
thank you.
Dan as well. Fucking hell, to be 27 seconds, 29 seconds behind.
Yeah.
And to come second. Fucking hell.
I just watched the replay, Matt. You know the start. You said you're an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
Spoon was in reverse.
Is that what it was? Okay, that explains it, because I thought I had time to get to the left of him, and I thought it was because I got bumped from behind. I think it was JJ that I didn't make it. Because he's backing up into me.
Man, I've got a great start. It looks like Spoon's going backwards.
Oh, that's hilarious. He must have had a hell of a shock.
Epic stuff. Epic stuff. Well, but thank you for joining, Simon. Good stuff.
No, you're all right. Yep.
Good stuff.
See you on Thursday.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for joining this evening. Thank you to the drivers for their efforts. We're at Deep Forest next week for 35 laps, which should be fun. And we are... Where are we on Thursday? We are... Oh, Le Mans. We're at Le Mans, and it's a dry, wet, dry race.
Yeah.
Time dilation 24. It's a day-nighter. Mayhem.
Oh, God.
Excellent stuff.
Is that the
Will
one that
Sands
Johnny failed on?
Is it the one? What? Sorry.
Was it Johnny that failed on that last season?
That might be
Spa,
me.
weren't it?
I had a problem. Oh, no. Is it Le Mans, you said?
Yeah.
In the wet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a miserable one there last season.
It was Spa last year, wasn't it? Last season.
Yeah.
Because I think it was Johnny who were leading, and then it pissed it down as he went on.
that was Lenio.
That was Lee.
Yeah. I remember somebody having a mare.
I think the Le Mans one was Dan and Reinhardt battling it out. But Group 3.
That was Group 3, yeah.
Sounds about right. Well, so more of the same this Thursday, please, chaps. So we'll just say thank you everyone for joining. Drivers, brilliant job this evening, and we'll catch you at the next one.
Cheers, Mark.
Cheers, all.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Night, guys.
See ya.